Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this live stream. I hope everybody's really doing well. Um, Bitcoin is just chopping up left and right. Uh, the good part about is that the plan played out on the heart and time frame a few days back when I mentioned that we have this bearish shark, and the minimum target for the bearish shark is around $55,000 and 56K, and that's exactly what we went. On the midterm time frame, I mentioned for the Bitcoin that I am expecting this is like a weekly bearish engulfing candle, so I still don't get it. I mean, weekly is still bearish, and I really don't have any reason. I mean, at this point, I don't see any reason for being a you know. Uh, being just be bullish actually. So, honestly speaking, ladies and gentlemen, this is the plan for the weekly. I mean, we have a weekly bearish engulfing candle, and I'm expecting Bitcoin to, at some point probably retesting the golden pocket zone around 61.9 or something. So, I mean, I don't know how it's going to give us, but overall, I'm expecting BTC to dump back down to 52.5 to $51,000 in this green zone, basically in the green zone. Basically, that's what I expect. So overall, the pump that we're getting left and right on the lower time frame means nothing to me. Actually, this is not the place where I'll be looking to build some long-term swings. As I mentioned, this weekly engulfing is definitely something that it's not going to allow me. My rule says, I mean, we have this engulfing. I'm not gonna play it. That's it. So I'm not gonna build any swings, but yeah, for sure we can scalp it on the lower term time frame. We will see how things plays out. On the lower term time frame, if we just go to the 1 hour chart, I mentioned in the morning itself for the CMEs. We have a very good harmonic formation over here. This is a very good, very, very, very good, harmonic that we have. And it's known as cipher, which is a bullish cipher basically. The probability of this playing out is 90%. Practically speaking, this bullish cipher normal target is around 76 Fibonacci levels, which is roughly around 52,270. So practically speaking, I think the bounce that we are watching right now is not going to give you that complete reversal, but this will be some sort of an ABC move on an upside. Honestly speaking, I don't have a lower term time frame from wave count, but yeah, I do see this is very, very interesting as some sort of a bullish wolf wave sort of a scenario. It's still very valid. It's too early to tell whether this bullish wolf wave is going to play out. So how are we going to play this? I mean, if you really want to go in the green box, you can't expect it to go down in the green box straight away. It has to go in ABC formation, or maybe like 5 waves. So meaning, this can be wave A, or maybe WXY. This can be wave B towards 61,000, 61.9. And we can go down for the wave C. The invalidation levels would be $51,000. I mean, you really want to see a single dollar under 51K. That is going to literally invalidate this scenario. I mean, you don't want to seek a daily closure. The hard invalidation would be the lows of 49,355. If you go under 49,355, that would be clearly an invalidation. But for this harmonic, but this is how this is how I actually want to play. I mean, if you do happen to get the bounce, that will be a very good short. But at the point, there is another wave count that says that we might not play the shark. Bullish cipher. So that is ultra bullish case, and for that to play out, because now that we have swept the lows, I mean, this liquidity has been taken care of. So practically speaking, now we are back in the range left and right. So at this point, what you can say is there is a likelihood that this is irregular expanded flat, with this being ABC wave A, another chop ABC wave B, and this is 5 waves wave C. So this might be the bottom or something, and we can simply push from here towards 70K. That's a very, very bull case scenario. So how are we going to play this? Well, if you really want to play this, the bull case scenario for the Bitcoin, let us just do something like this. Go to 60,700. Go a little bit sideways over here. The more choppiness around 60 to 57.9 or 58k, and then we just simply run back up something like this. That's going to be ultra bull case scenario for Bitcoin. So that's also very, very, very likelihood for the Bitcoin. I mean, this is an ultra bull case. The bear case I already mentioned over here. So let's see. I mean, you really don't want to go in at this point. If you really want to scalp it, you can scalp it probably. This is the no trade zone. I tried to short it today. And why did I short it actually? Very cool range formation. I was expecting some sort of a PO3 setup. Practically, that's a very good accumulation happening. Very good accumulation happened. The double tops this is like a double top, no sweeping, a lot of liquidity on upside, and it's like a double bottom, no sweeping, liquidity on the downside. So it's like whatever we get it first. I mean, if we go up here, we do rejection, and I was like, yeah, take the liquidity and then we can go up like this. But hey, I mean, I got stopped out here at the previous week equilibrium, and sorry, the weekly opens as well, and I got stopped out basically. I mean, this is like a very good upside move, but I'm not sure whether it's sustainable because we have a very strong equal lows. Normally the equal lows or equal highs or double bottom or double top is like a magnet. It attracts the price, whatever, it attracts. So definitely at some point this is going to be taken care of. So at this point, I'm not building any swing positions. I'm just waiting and watching. If BTC, as I mentioned, on the CMEs, I mentioned that if BTC gonna give us, or if it, let's say, reverses, and if it is very, very bullish, then I'm just simply going to wait for it to do something like this. I mentioned on the CME chart. I'm just gonna show you again. So if you are bullish, I just let it go like this for the wave 1, wave 2, and wave 3 over here, wave 4 and wave 5. We push it back up to $70,000. That would be very ultra bull case scenario for Bitcoin. But for now, I don't have any confirmation, so we'll just have to wait and watch as to how we're going to get it. The bear case scenario is still valid, and I have a lot of confluence for Bitcoin to, on the hard time frame, to retest the 702 786 Fibonacci levels, which is roughly around $52,000. Ideally, the harmonic target is achieved, but yeah, it can be an extended target, around 50,000, because we have a weekly bearish engulfing candle. To my surprise, for the first time, I've seen that an engulfing candle on the daily was not played out. Actually, very, very surprised, honestly. I've never seen such sort of an engulfing not playing out. That was a perfect engulfing candle on the daily, as you can see, and it just wicked up basically. It's just like taking all the liquidity on an upside. So in fact, we have this harmonic as well, and I do see the move on an upside for Bitcoin. For the USDT dominance is so different. It's forming some sort of an irregular expanded flat to me. So practically this was some sort of a irregular flat. It was not a diagonal. This is some sort of a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, 4 and 5. That's going to be your ABC, or maybe 5 waves. We can even chop it up like here. We can make new highs as well, and after that we can just dump like this. That's a very likelihood of it might happen. I would be very, very bullish if we start losing 5.94% on the daily. If we start losing 5.94, so practically speaking, the structure looks like bullish to me. I don't have any reason to be bearish on the USD dominance, honestly speaking, because of the structure it has. But if today we are getting a very good, gravestone doji, I mean, if this is how we close, then this gravestone doji is going to be impressive, and I would have to say that we are top. I don't know what would be the wave count, but this is how it's going to play then, as I mentioned, the bull case scenario for the Bitcoin. So that's how then it's going to play. So For now, ladies and gentlemen, I think we just have to wait for the daily so that we get a concrete confirmation for the USA dominance as well. But this is how the bull case looks amazing. If we close like a engulfing candle, sorry, not an engulfing candle. If we close like a gravestone doji, that is sure going to be your sign of reversal for the overall market. Similarly, if you look at here on the Ethereum, I mean, this is a very plain vanilla PO3 and that's going to be like, the accumulation happened, and that's going to be a deviation. The range is reclaimed. You just want a retest of the equilibrium and go for a PO3 sort of a setup. After that, I would like to see a push up like this. That is going to be good. It perfectly aligns and goes along with the plan for the harmonic that I have, and this is the harmonic that we have. Another cipher. The bottom might be in, and the target for Ethereum, if we are holding the 2388 levels on the daily time frame, if we are flipping it, then the target would be around 2720 to $2730 for Ethereum. That's going to be like a minimum target. So what does it mean? I mean, if you just probably say that the market is bottom and looking for more upside, then yes, definitely the 12 to 13% move on an upside is very likelihood, and that's how we're going to play some swings. Actually, that is really good for playing some swings. Similarly, Solana, I mean, what can I say? I mean, perfectly went to my 786 Fibonacci levels, 121 to $125, went over there and gave a good bounce. Still no sign of a reversal. If you really want to see the reversal, let it just make chalk and then flip the range lows. Once it flips, I would be going big swing on it, and you can ride it for 177 to $180. That's what the target would be then. So if you're not in Solana, if you couldn't buy at 121, 125, fine, just wait for this Solana to give us a price action like this. And if you are in, you should be taking some profits, and you should be waiting for it to reclaim the range lows. Actually, that's how you should be playing, guys. Lot of choppiness. I know today was like one of the slowest days I've seen in the market, and we are in the September. Normally September is red, and so far, yes, we are red because the September opens around 58.944, and we are still around 57.4. So yes, September is red at the point, and I do think that we are still chopping up. I mean, we have a huge liquidity on the downside. Just imagine what it can do. I mean, what if this is like A, this is B, this is C? I mean, what if this is A, B, C of some sort, and we do something like this, another 5 waves on the downside? Just imagine. I know it's very easy to get excited about the longs or easy to get excited about the shorts. And, if you really want to short it, yes, let it lose the Monday low. Once it loses the Monday low, I'll definitely going to retry shorting it again. Once we go back under the Monday lows, yes, definitely going to retry it with a very tight stop loss as well as the low risk, because the risk is definitely high on this one. So I'm just going to use very low risk or margin on this one. FET, guys, overall I still see FET maybe $1 would be very nice if it gives us on FET. Yesterday I mentioned that I'm expecting it to go around downside, and somewhere around 1.05 would be a very nice place to buy. But right now it has formed A, B, C. So FET is still, maybe we can push up slightly towards 1.17 or so. But if we can flip here on the daily, if the price can hold here, because there was an order block, as you can see, there was a strong order block here. I mean, the line literally went slightly up. So the line went slightly up. Now it's perfect. If we can flip these levels of 1.18 on the daily, then I will be buying. The target would be around 1.38 to 1.4, and even $2.5. If not, then if you can't flip it, then be prepared to dump it down to $1. That's what for FET. Let's check. Hi, W. Check silver HTF. Let's check silver. Hi, Rollman. Okay, silver is HTF is so far played out. You see, I'm in the plan. So I was expecting it to go towards this order block that we have, but I think we are bottomed on the heart and time frame. Very likelihood the bottom might be in, because we have a nice chalk over here. So there is a good chalk, you see, very good chalk. The potential shift in trend, and if you look at from the HDF perspective here, yeah, very very close to the 702786, just like that, the H4. What it can do is one more down to 27.3 to $27, hold up and go a good bounce like this. So this can be good actually. Alternatively, I mean, this is my primary scenario. Alternatively, what we can do is, it's going to be very bearish then if it just does. So if we start losing $27, then it would be, like it's just going to dump it back down to 25.5 at that point of time. So, but for now, I think this is how it's going to play, because structure wise, one more wave down, it's going to complete the 5 waves and then push up. Your minimum target, take profit targets would be 29.1. And if this level is flipped, you can simply target 30.7 minimum. Let's, I'll go give a signal now at 1 hour short scalp. What do you think? 1 hour short scalp. Let's just check it. I don't have any signal. I mean, it gave signal on yesterday around 59 150. Perfect short that was, and caught like 6% move. I think someone also told me that it gave us short signal. So, and when I saw it, I personally took it, honestly speaking. Over here, this is where I took it. Once we start losing Monday mid, actually, that was your confirmation for reversal. When we got stopped out at break even, let's check, INJ. Still nothing changed. So INJ swept the lows, and the liquidity is still there. No, it took it. So I do think, INJ can give you a good bounce like this and then further dump. So this is how I think INJ will do. For long, again, if you really want to build swings, or if you can say that, INJ would reverse, I will tell you one thing, that it cannot reverse till we get a huge acceptance above 27.6, even though we are too far from those levels. But now, if you really want INJ to, pump, then this is your trend line. Just watch this trend line. I mean, if we can give that pump of the trend line, good. Else, just wait for this trend line to have a proper break. Once it gave you the breakout around 21.9 to $22, then you can scalp it from there to 27.7. But for now, I'm looking for one more downside. The only reason I'm looking for one more downside is the move that we got on the downside is 5 waves on ING on the lower term time frame, practically. So, and we also went under 786, which means that it wants to go under 886, and at some point it will go down to 1414 Fibonacci levels as well. So I think you should not be looking to long INJ. You long only once 21.9 is flipped. Till then, just have patience. Let's check Rio. I don't know whether I've charged this coin. This is Total madness. Yeah, I've charted this coin with the 5 waves at the most. Uh, this is a complete mess. Looking to this, what I can say is yes, there is going to be a bounce here, a small bounce, followed by a dump to 45 to 40 cents. The reason being, first of all, you have a strong resistance, so that's your levels. So until and unless we flip it, no, we're not going to go up. It's simply going to be like a bearish retest and then dump, because earlier when this is your support, we get a good bounce. This was your support, we got a bounce. Was lost, we did got a bounce, but then once we lost, we never tested it. So practically, this is bearish. The structure is bearish. Till we don't reclaim the white line of 83.1 cents, we are bearish. I'm expecting it to go down more on Rio. Let's check Zignale. Zig. I know the guys who are so much, are those who are holding big bags of this Zig. Honestly. Um, I think it's very clear. I mean, even a blind can see. It's a very good range right now with a very perfect 5 waves, and there is a lot and lot of liquidity. Just a very simple price action we are checking. I mean, that's like a range highs, and it's an equilibrium. So we have lost the equilibrium. Basically, the bearish retest will happen, and once that happens, you can short it, and target would be here around 0.06. Once we sweep it, we can reclaim it for long, or maybe we can further down. But overall, this looks bearish. The dump that we got, we will see a similar move on the downside here. The volatility will come on Zig. So it's bearish actually. It's not that bullish at this point. So now it's the same. The weekly opens are flipping on 15 minutes. Let's say I'm just going to play, as I mentioned, I need a clear direction, because I have seen this sort of thing, pump and dump happens. I want to scalp it actually. I so want to scalp and give you those scalps. Yesterday we could have just closed that long with 2.5 hour, but I decided not to close it because I was confident that it will go to 61.9. And we got stopped at break even. All the profits gone. Good thing is it's not losses, but the profits are gone. Very good ABC. You see, I mean, we can do something like this as well. The problem is we have equal lows now. Normally the equal lows get swept. It's just sweep, normally. Where is that price action or the scenario? We got a double bottom, a pump up, and then dump. No. This was a good pump actually that happened back then. Let me just check it. I'm just trying to find a optimal price action which looks very much alike what we are having currently, so that we can just do some match here and there. You had equal highs and then it swept the highs, then we dumped. Swept the lows and then pumped. That was clever. Yeah, you see, I mean, we had that equal highs over here. We pumped without sweeping lows. I mean, that is the perfect example. But then we pumped, we came back down, so that was like a chop. I think this, the pump that we are seeing right now, it's going to, the whole pump is going to retrace. So back then, when we had something like this, we dumped and we had equal highs, then we had equal lows. You see the double bottom sort of thing. We swept the highs, took all the liquidity, pump it back like this, and once we dump, we go for a little bit sideways and dump. This is very, very likely in my view. Normally, this sort of pump are unsustainable. Normally, here as well, the same thing. Practically, you know, if we just have to look from the price action perspective, what we can do is we go to the previous week value area low. Once we start losing Monday lows, we can short it. Stops of the weekly opens, and we can just take the liquidity dump like this. Not necessarily we should sweep the lows. Might sweep, might not. Accumulate here, and boom. And then it goes for like a bigger reversal actually. Very big reversal. Let's see, I mean, if this price action plays out. But yes, for Ethereum, this is how I will play actually. Let it just give us the sweep. Let's go to the equilibrium, retest of the green zone, and then we can buy. I'm just simply going to wait. Others, same plan, no changes. We are bouncing from the golden pocket zone, ladies and gentlemen. And even if we, let's say the bottom is in, I still believe that also are going to see one more down towards 786 Fibonacci levels around $164. Total 3 as well, same thing. We are bouncing from the support. You see, I mean, this is the order block and this is support. But remember, when you try and test the support multiple times, again and again, it just makes it a little bit weaker. So the next time it, you know, if we do happen to get the bounce from here, let's say, and the next time it going to retest it, it's not going to hold. It's just simply going to dump. So that would be very bad. Also are going to bleed at that point of time if it happens. So overall, everything tells me that, you know, this pump, what you're watching, is not like a kind of a reversal. It's like a small move, small pump. Overall, the trend is down. You know, the weekly is bearish. Our target is $52,000 minimum for the Bitcoin. At this point, this is what I see. If something changes, if we get a confirmation that we are reversing, then we will change our plan and we'll be looking for upside. But for now, the midterm is clear. We will be going and testing 52.50. We will be testing those levels actually. In between, whatever we are playing, just play it as a scalp, guys. Don't marry any position, play it as a scalp. Even total, I expect something like this. One more push up and go and retest 1.85 trillion. Further push it up to 2.1 to 2.13 trillion and then down to 1.6 trillion. That looks perfect to me, because if you look at the weekly time frame on the total as well, yes, you got a very good engulfing candle over here on total as well. So let's see guys. So that's all what I have. I mean, I have mentioned how I would scalp it. So I'll also be looking for some alts at this point, but my focus is purely Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, because those three alts are Bitcoin, Solana, and Ethereum. Those three coins are very much easy to play at this point. So if you're scalping, I think these three coins is really good for scalping at this moment. So that's all, guys. Have a nice day. Take care.